Good morning, respected teachers, parents, and my dear friends. Today I stand before you to discuss an important question. Why do we read English? At first glance, this might seem like a simple question, but the answer goes much deeper. Learning and reading English is about much more than just passing exams or fulfilling school requirements. It is a skill that enriches our lives in numerous ways, both practical and personal. Let's explore why reading English is so important in today's world. 1. English, the language of the world. One of the primary reasons we read English is because it is a global language. Over 1.5 billion people around the world speak English, and many more learn it as a second language. It is the official or national language in over 70 countries, and it is widely used in international communication, trade, and diplomacy. Imagine traveling to a foreign country. Even if you don't speak their native language, knowing English can help you navigate your way. Airports, hotels, and tourist spots often provide information in English because it's the language that connects people from different cultures. When we read English, we are not just reading words on a page, we are preparing ourselves to communicate and connect with the world. 2. A gateway to knowledge. English is often referred to as the language of knowledge and learning. Why? Because a vast majority of the world's information is published in English. Scientific journals, research papers, academic textbooks, and online resources are primarily written in English. By reading English, we gain access to this treasure trove of knowledge. Think about how powerful that is. Whether you're interested in science, technology, history, or literature, reading in English gives you direct access to the latest developments and discoveries. For example, if you dream of becoming a doctor, an engineer, or a scientist, you will need to read English to study the latest research and advancements in your field. Without this skill, you might be limited to information available in your native language, which may not be as comprehensive or up to date. 3. Boosting career opportunities. In today's globalized world, English is the language of business and commerce. Companies, especially multinational corporations, operate in multiple countries, and English is often the common language they use for communication. When you read and understand English well, you can handle tasks such as reading complex reports and analyzing data, writing professional emails and proposals, understanding industry-specific documents and guidelines. These are essential skills that employers look for. Being proficient in English can open doors to high-paying jobs, promotions, and even opportunities to work abroad. In fact, in many countries, knowing English is considered a key skill for career advancement. So reading English isn't just about improving literacy, it's about improving employability and securing a brighter future. 4. Personal development and growth. Beyond practical benefits, reading English contributes significantly to our personal development. Let me explain how. Expanding vocabulary. When we read English, we are constantly exposed to new words and phrases. This expands our vocabulary and helps us express ourselves more effectively, improving critical thinking. Reading in English, especially books, articles, and essays, encourages us to think critically. We analyze the text, interpret the meaning, and sometimes even question the author's perspective. This sharpens our analytical skills, which are valuable in both academics and life. Building empathy. Reading English literature exposes us to different cultures, lifestyles, and viewpoints. When we read a novel set in another country, we learn about the struggles, joys, and experiences of people who live very different lives from our own. This builds empathy and helps us understand the world from a broader perspective. 5. Enhancing communication skills. Reading English also plays a crucial role in improving our communication skills. The more we read, the better we become at writing and speaking in English. Writing skills. Introduction. Reading helps us understand sentence structure, grammar, and punctuation. When we read well-written texts, we subconsciously learn how to write better ourselves. Whether it's an essay, a story, or an email, reading in English makes us better writers. Speaking skills. Reading aloud in English improves pronunciation and fluency. It also helps us become more confident speakers because we learn how to express ideas clearly and effectively. Good communication skills in English are essential not only for academic success, but also for social interactions, professional networking, and even public speaking. 6. Enjoying entertainment and media. Let's not forget the fun part. English is the language of some of the world's best entertainment books, movies, music, and more. When we read English, we can enjoy stories and works of art in their original form. We don't have to rely on translations, which can sometimes miss the essence of the original text. For example, reading the Harry Potter series in English allows us to experience J.K. Rowling's magical world as she intended it to be. Watching Hollywood movies or English TV shows without subtitles enhances our listening skills and helps us enjoy the content fully. Entertainment is a big part of our lives, and reading English allows us to fully appreciate the creativity and beauty of global media. 7. Preparing for a globalized future. Finally, we read English because it prepares us for the future. The world is becoming increasingly interconnected. Whether we choose to study abroad, work in an international company, or simply communicate with friends from other countries, English will continue to play a vital role. By reading English regularly, we build a strong foundation that equips us for success in this globalized world. 8. Overcoming challenges in reading English. While we've discussed the many benefits of reading English, it's also important to acknowledge that it's not always easy. Many of us face challenges, especially in the beginning. But remember, every skill takes time to develop, and with persistence you can overcome these difficulties. Here are some common challenges and how to tackle them. A. Difficulty understanding vocabulary. It's common to come across unfamiliar words when reading English. This can be frustrating, but it's actually a good thing. It means you're learning. Solution: keep a dictionary, either a physical one or an app, nearby while reading. When you encounter a new word, look it up and note it down. Gradually, your vocabulary will expand. Another tip: try to guess the meaning of a word from the context before looking it up. This improves your comprehension skills. B. Losing interest or motivation. Sometimes reading in English can feel like a chore, especially if the material is too difficult or not engaging. Solution: choose content that interests you. If you love sports, read articles about your favorite athletes. If you enjoy mysteries, pick up a detective novel. When you read what you love, it doesn't feel like work. Start small. Begin with short articles, blogs, or even comics, and gradually move on to longer books. C. Struggling with complex sentence structures. English often has long, complex sentences that can be confusing. Solution: break the sentence into smaller parts. Identify the subject, verb, and object, and understand each part separately before putting it all together. Practice with simpler texts first, and gradually move on to more advanced materials like novels or academic articles. 9. Success stories: how reading English changes lives. Reading English has transformed the lives of many people around the world. Let me share a few inspiring examples. Malala Yousafzai. Malala, the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate, is an advocate for girls' education. Growing up in Pakistan, she learned English as a second language. Reading English allowed her to access global literature, connect with international leaders, and share her story with the world through her book, I Am Malala. Jack, Massachusetts. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, one of the world's largest e-commerce companies, learned English as a young boy by giving free tours to tourists in China. His ability to read and communicate in English helped him understand global business trends and build a company that operates worldwide. Your own story. And now, think about yourself. Imagine the doors that reading English can open for you. Whether it's studying at a prestigious university, working for an international organization, or simply being able to read your favorite books in their original language, the possibilities are endless. 10. Tips to improve your English reading skills. To make reading in English a habit and improve your skills, follow these practical tips. A. Set a reading goal. Decide how much time you want to dedicate to reading English each day. It could be 10 minutes or an hour. Consistency is more important than duration. B. Create a reading journal. Keep a notebook where you write down new words, phrases, and ideas you find interesting. Review it regularly to reinforce your learning. C. Read aloud. Reading aloud helps improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. It also helps you understand the rhythm and flow of the English language. D. Join a reading club. Find a group of friends or classmates who are also interested in improving their English. Choose a book to read together and discuss it. This will make reading more fun and interactive. E. Use technology. There are many apps and websites designed to help you improve your reading skills in English. Apps like Duolingo, Grammarly, and Newsela offer personalized reading materials and exercises. 11. The role of teachers and parents. While individual effort is essential, the role of teachers and parents in encouraging reading habits cannot be overlooked. Teachers provide students with a variety of reading materials that cater to different interests and skill levels. Encourage students to ask questions, discuss what they've read, and share their thoughts. Create a positive reading environment in the classroom where students feel motivated to improve. Parents. Encourage reading at home by providing books, magazines, and newspapers in English. Read with your children, especially if they are young. This not only improves their reading skills, but also strengthens the parent-child bond. Celebrate small milestones, such as finishing a book or learning new words, to keep them motivated. 12. A vision for the future. Imagine a future where you are confident in reading, writing, and speaking English. Picture yourself reading international newspapers, understanding complex research papers, writing essays or reports with ease, and confidently communicating with people from different countries. This future is within your reach. All it takes is dedication, practice, and a love for learning.